once again and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell icon so you will be notified once I have new videos uploaded. So in this video, I will just be sharing with you the best practices and tips that I shared in one of the live streams that I recently did. So I just trimmed down the portions wherein I discussed about online work and, like I said, best practices and tips, so that I can just put them all together for you to be, to have it in one video, so it's easier for you to, get the information from that video, because that video is like 2 hours long and there are a lot of like dead air there because it's a live stream. So I was waiting for viewers to, send a chat message or join in the live chat so we can discuss and converse. And so that 2 hour long video is a mix of all the best practices that I shared, the tips I also shared, and also those conversations I had with people who joined my live chat. So I just trimmed down the video to those sections wherein I just shared about the best practices and tools and everything about the virtual assisting work, online work. So I just trimmed them down and put them all together, and here's the video for that. So I hope you will enjoy and learn from this.
I'm actually working at the moment, checking my emails. So, samahan niyo ako habang nasa trabaho. Some of you might be asking or might be wondering kung ano nga ba yung ginagawa ng isang online worker like me. It's basically parang lang naman tulad ng nasa trabaho ka sa nag-o-office ka. Ang kaibahan lang is you're not going out of your house. Wala kang maintenance sa office. Makapambahay lang ako. Nakapambahay lang, and then this office is just in front of my bedroom. So, ganun yung kaibahan ng nagtatrabaho ka online sa nagtatrabaho ka sa labas. Of course, another difference is pag nasa office ka, lumalabas ka to go to your work, nandun yung equipments. Provided ng office yung computer mo, yung internet mo. While, if you're working online, like me, online worker ka, ikaw yung sasagot ng iyong computer. Pero may mga cases, may mga mababait na clients wherein they would provide equipment sa worker nila, sa VA nila. It happened to me. I had a client before, napakatagal na. Ang ginawa niya, nagpadala siya sa akin ng laptop and then telephone bondage, if I remember it right. Usual routine ko is pagkakagising ko, diretso bukas ng laptop and connect sa Wi-Fi. And then, magko-coffee. So, maybe in another day, gawa ko ng a day in the life of a virtual assistant. So, yun yung nangyayari. Well, ngayon, may super konting makeup ako. Nagkilay ako at nag-eyeliner kasi nga mag-live stream ako. Pero, most of the time, hindi naman ako nag-makeup. As in, kung anong itsura ko pagkagising ko, yun na yun. Wala na. Minsan di ka pa nanunuklay or whatever. Diretso na trabaho. Or diretso na coffee, breakfast, then work. Habang nga nagbe-breakfast ka, hi Dayan! Habang nagbe-breakfast ka, nagtatrabaho na din ako kasi I always have my phone with me, which is bad. Wag gayahin. Pagkain lang, walang cellphone, ha? Kinig yung mga anak ko. Anyway, so yeah. So, ganun ang buhay ng nagtatrabaho sa bahay. If you're an online worker, then you can bring your work anywhere as long as pwede. Okay, as long as pwede. Kasi may mga times na hindi din allowed. Depende sa trabaho mo and then depende sa client mo. Depende sa needs ng trabaho mo. So, sa akin kasi, mostly monitoring, reporting, nag-o-observe Kasi nasa operations and nasa managerial role ako. So, currently working and I am checking out the contracts, our contracts in the warehouses that we have in the US and in Australia. I'm just double checking some of the terms, just want to make sure that they are providing the services that they are saying that they will provide to us according to our contract. Okay, done with the emails. Now I need to pull out the sales report. And after that, I will be doing my inventory. I am currently doing my sales report and I'm cleaning up my sheet. So this is one of the tasks. That's why if you're an online worker, it's almost always necessary that you have an idea of how Google Sheets work. You should be not really good at it, but you must know how to use it. And you know what, when you're doing reports, preparing sheets, make sure that it's always clean and ready to understand. Do not use so many colors because the goal there is to present the data as clear and understandable as much as possible. And of course, it has to be accurate. What is that? Sorry. What's that? What happened? So that's what happens if you're working at home. If you're working at home, you get to experience everything that happens at home. Part of a good thing about working online as well is you get to join your furry family with you, which not a lot of offices allow, but I think nowadays it's already allowed. May mga offices akong nakikita na fini-feature sa YouTube or sa Facebook wherein ina-allow na nila yung pets. So that's another thing which is good about working at home because you get to stay with your pets. Unlike if you're working in an office, then you will need to leave your pets at home. You can't bring them with you. Okay. So I'm currently working on a Google spreadsheet. And I do a lot of merging, so make sure that, make sure that you know how to, or you're proficient in using work spreadsheets, especially Google spreadsheets. It's the widely used collaboration platform in terms of sharing files. So if you have a specialized skill or you have a niche wherein you want to focus on your VA services, then I would suggest that you master one platform that is like an essential platform for that specific niche that you wanted to focus on. Like for example, like I said earlier, if you're a bookkeeper, then you must be like an expert in QuickBooks or an expert in Xero or something like that, or even not an expert, but you must have an idea of how it works. And in the long run, you'll just be able to learn and master that platform yourself in the process. It's not at all times you have to be an expert on something already. A lot of times there are people who would just, the saying that goes like, fake it till you make it, something like that. So some that works for some people, but not to all. But it's one of the things that other people apply in terms of finding a job online. So they just claim that they know a particular platform or a particular process, and then actually they just know a little. They have an idea of what it is, like me. Whenever I get to be introduced to something new, of course I have to be honest. Always I would say that it's new, and after that it's new to me, or I don't have a lot of experience on it, but I can always learn, and I'm a fast learner, which I really am a fast learner. So kind of like you're in the middle, you're trying to like I mentioned in my previous videos, there's a lot of need. If you're an aspiring virtual assistant or an aspiring online worker, there's a need for you to sell your service. So you have to be good at convincing your clients that you're good at this particular task, or you can deliver the services that client is asking for, or needing help with, something like that. So yeah, in times like that, you need to be honest and make sure that you're reflecting what you can and cannot do, because setting expectations is very important. If you're just trying to work out a work arrangement with your client, or say for example you're in an interview, so your client and your client must always be on the same page. Otherwise, if you started off in a confused state, or everything's not clear, and you agree to just go on and whatever, and just do with you, kind of go with the flow, a lot of times it just ends up to disappointments and expectations not being met, because you two are not able to talk about what are being expected from you, and the deliverables and all that stuff. So before you actually start working for a client, you must always make sure that expectations are set as much as possible. If you can write it down, or have a black and white, even just an email, kind of to confirm what the task, the job responsibilities, the roles. It's always good to have a written document that you can always refer back to and review. Say if things are getting confusing already, or you're getting overwhelmed on some things. I've heard a lot of problems from other virtual assistants wherein they complain about doing work which are outside of the scope of work already. Kind of they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing anymore. It's like not, hey, we did not talk about this, but alam mo na, tayong mga Pinoy, we're very, very resilient, and masyado tayo mapagbigay. So once we it's part of wanting to please the client then, parang because you wanted to make sure that you keep the client, so you will always want to make sure that the client is happy, but to the point that you're overwhelming yourself, and that's not good. You don't want to compromise the quality of your services because you were not able to communicate your current what do you call this, your current task status, or your current workload with your client. So it's communication is very important. You will always want to do a check as to whether you're delivering quality services still, whether you're still happy with your job. That is very important. You don't want to be logging in the morning and just do work because you need to. You will want to log into work because you're happy to do it. It's not something like mapipilitan ka. It should not work like that. I tell you, it will not bear good result. It has something to do with being responsible and work ethics. So getting into work every day must not be something that you're doing because you need to and you have a client waiting. It should be because you want it. You want it, you're happy to do it, and you feel the need for it. You have to you have to put yourself in the shoe of the owner of the business or the company that you're working for, so you would understand how to take principle or a saying I read somewhere, which I would like to echo, and which I strongly agree, that we should not actually give like 100% love to our work. So make sure that you know the limit as to caring for yourself, to making sure that your mental health is in good condition, it's not being affected, and that you're still happy with your work. So it is your responsibility to make sure that you're always happy at work, and that the quality of services that you're delivering to your clients is not being compromised. I'm still currently updating the sheet. One of my qualities is that I don't like clutter, especially in terms of the reports that I deliver to my clients. I always wanted to present clean sheets, clean reports. I'm pretty OC in terms of spaces and fonts and colors. it's just really me. I mean, I get bothered, not really bothered like crazy bothered, but whenever I see like alignments not properly laid, or fonts not even or not consistent and across the sheets, it's not that I'm not happy with it, but I find myself always wanting to correct it, even if it's just that small detail. It's just me.
So there you have it. That's just actually the first like 17 minutes of 17 minutes worth of virtual assisting tips and best practices there, and there's actually more. So if I put those all together in just one video, it's still going to be like an hour long video. So I thought that maybe I can just create that, separate the last part and kind of do a part 2 for this video, wherein I shared about my best practices and tips. So that's just the 17-minute long video wherein I talked about the best practices, work ethics, and everything about online work. So watch out for the part 2 of the continuation of those information I shared in that live stream. So I hope that you stay tuned, and thank you if you reached this video where I'm talking now. Thank you for completing the video. I really appreciate it. So there you go. Stay tuned and watch out for the part 2, wherein it's a continuation of the live stream where I shared about online work tips. Bye.